All right, let's dive right in. How does a company that was basically digging for digital gold suddenly start powering the brains of artificial intelligence? It's a wild story, and we're going to unpack it. I mean, it sounds like a massive leap, doesn't it? You're in the super volatile world of crypto one minute, and the next, you're right at the white hot center of the AI boom. So, how on earth does a company pull off a pivot that dramatic? That's exactly what we're going to figure out. Okay, so the company right in the middle of all this is IREN. That's Iris Energy Limited. Now, these guys started out in one of the most hyped industries of the last decade, right? And now? Well, now they're placing a huge bet on the next big thing. And this headline really says it all. Bitcoin miner turns AI cloud contender. I mean, talk about a journey. They're not just dipping their toes in the water here. Nope. IREN is going all in, trying to become a major player in AI cloud services. It's a total reinvention. All right, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. How does a shift like this, from crypto to the cloud, even work? Like, what's the secret sauce? What allows a company like IREN to even attempt this? It's actually way more logical than you might think. Okay, first, a quick refresher on what Bitcoin mining actually is, right? That was IREN's original business. And it's all about solving these insanely complex math problems. To do that, you need one thing more than anything else: just a ridiculous amount of raw, energy-guzzling computing power. And that is the key. Right there. Look, the goals are completely different, right? One is verifying crypto transactions, the other is training these giant AI models. But the engine driving both, it's the exact same thing: massive computing power. IREN basically looked around and realized, hey, we already have the engine. Here's a great way to think about it. Imagine IRN built this incredible, state-of-the-art racetrack just for Formula One cars. Super high-tech, super powerful. Then they realized, wait a second, this same track is perfect for testing the world's most advanced self-driving cars. So that's what they're doing. They're just renting out their amazing high-performance asset to a brand new, very high-paying customer. Now, of course, a move like this doesn't just happen in a vacuum. IREN is incredibly smart about their timing. They're tapping into one of the single biggest market trends on the planet right now, this absolute frenzy for data center space, and it's all being driven by AI. I mean, the demand for AI computing is just so massive that companies are literally raising and spending billions, with a B, just to build the infrastructure they need. So IREN isn't just dipping a toe in, they're jumping headfirst into a rushing river of cash and investment. And what this does is it puts IREN right in the same playground as the biggest names in tech. We're talking top-of-the-line hardware from NVIDIA, partnerships with giants like Microsoft. They've basically gone from sitting on the sidelines to being right in the middle of the game. And just to give you a sense of the scale we're talking about, $9.7 billion. That's a number from a single announcement involving Microsoft and NVIDIA. A figure that big sends a shockwave through the entire market, and it pulls all the related stocks up with it. That's the powerful tide that's lifting IREN's boat right now. So, when you make a move this bold, people are going to notice. They're going to talk. So the big question is, how did Wall Street react? The investors, the analysts, how did they take the news that IREN was basically changing its entire identity? Well, the reaction has been really, really positive. It seems the market gets it. They see that these aren't just some vague, fuzzy plans. No, the company's AI ambitions are very real. And, this is the important part, they're already showing up in the earnings reports. And that, at the end of the day, is exactly what investors want to see. And this whole pivot has just catapulted IREN into a completely different league. All of a sudden, you're seeing their name pop up as a top stock mover right alongside huge household names like Rivian and Pinterest. I mean, that gets you in front of a whole new world of investors. And this isn't just some flash in the pan either. You've got financial analysts really digging in now. They're starting to see IREN not as that old crypto miner, but as a legitimate, super promising way to get a piece of the AI future. Their whole narrative is changing, and you better believe the experts are paying close attention. Okay, so let's zoom out for a second. Why does the story of this one company even matter to the rest of us? Well, it matters because IREN's pivot is like a perfect little case study of the enormous economy-wide shifts that AI is causing right now, as we speak. So what's the big takeaway here? Well, for one, the AI boom isn't just about fancy software. It's creating these totally unexpected winners. It's making physical stuff, data centers, power grids, the new digital gold. It shows us that even these super energy-intensive industries can find a whole new lease on life. At the end of the day, it's proof that the demand for AI is reshaping, well, pretty much everything. And that really brings us to the final thought, doesn't it? If a Bitcoin miner can turn itself into a hot AI stock, what's next? What other industries out there, with their own unique setups and resources, are about to get completely transformed by this AI boom? It's a wild thing to think about, as this whole revolution just keeps on rolling.